I get it. Get out of her way. Welcome to Saturday Matinee Hockey versus the Conard Red Wolves visiting the Glastonbury Guardians, here live at Trinity College Koppel Community Center. Conard wins the face-off draw. McGoldrick tries to bring it into the zone. Too far from him. So Glastonbury will send it deep. Tamaccio at the red line sends it in deep into the Conard zone. Outlet pass over to the Guardians. They're trying to push it out. They're coming in with some physicality already. Gavin Mangini trying to poke it away. And Elvert for Conard will dump it in. Giving chase is Matthew Wojnar for the Guardians. And the Guardians making a change. Close to too many men on the ice.
Pretty close to too many men, Rob. Yeah, for sure.
Gavin Mangini pokes it away. Shot. Oh, wide by Nolan Reck. Conard trying to get on the board, possessing the puck early and keeping it in their zone. Guardians having a hard time keeping it out. McGoldrick trying to poke check it away. Colin Sheridan now will dump it in, and there'll be a personnel change for the Guardians as C.J. Bankoff circles his own cage, tries to send it up, hits his outlet, and the outlet deflects and goes off the referee's head. And goes out of play. Stripes is okay, though. I'm Rob. I'm with Russ. We are Russ and Rob. We'll be spitting chiclets here for 3 periods. Nolan Reck will take the face-off draw versus Joe Domingo. Battle at the dot. Grabbed by Conard, Cooper Janikowski. And Conard takes a blast. Ken Roach just goes wide. Conard able to keep it in, down. But referee's going to call hand pass on Andrew Nigro, and we'll have a whistle and a stoppage in play. Russ, what's your thoughts so far for this game? It's the last regular end of the season for both these teams.
Yeah, Conard coming in 12-7-0 against Glastonbury 6-13-0. These two teams haven't met yet, and I think they're fairly evenly matched. We'll see how it goes.
Blast from the point by the Guardians. Goes off the side of the net. Up to the point now. Slap shot, the drive, and a redirect. Nice stick work by Harrison Schur to try and redirect that one in. That was a tough one, too, as a blast. Glastonbury going for another redirect. Shot, save, Emery, rebound, score, Guardians. And the Guardians will go up 1-0 as Emery was barraged with shots. Saved the first 2. Couldn't handle the last one. His crease was busy. And Colin Sheridan makes it a 1-0 game for the Glastonbury Guardians.
Good movement by Glastonbury there. Good puck movement around. Tenacity in front of the net. And we're 1-0.
Glastonbury used their points pretty well. McGoldrick tried to get it forward. It was picked off of his stick. Dylan Smith goes back to retrieve it. But Glastonbury's right there. And then they'll surround the post. Dylan Smith has it. Skating. And spins around. He's pinched up against the boards. Held a little bit. He'll deliver it over to Tor McGoldrick. He's held back a little bit. Able to get off his man. And Gavin Mangini dumps it in quick. And Tamaccio giving chase, has an opening.
Tamaccio.
Good forecheck there. Glastonbury tries to get it out of the zone, and it just squeaks out of there. Andrew Nigro picking it up, looking for someone to pass it to. Shoots it up the boards, but it's picked up by Glastonbury's Riley Roy, only to be sent back in. And McGoldrick at the red line sends it in. Tamaccio tried to send one down to the net. That got blocked off a stick, goes behind the cage. Picked off by the Guardians, sent to their outlet. Nigro at the blue line. And it came off sides, so Conard has to go back and retouch up. They'll do so while they regroup. And Kyle Giannotti sends it forward to his teammate, Daniel Eccles. He goes down in low. Nigro battling on the boards. Giannotti and Mealy behind the cage. And Conard trying to poke it up. Roach flips it up forward, but just too far away from Nolan Reck. And it's kicked down behind the goal line, picked up by Andrew Nigro. He tries to send it over to Roach. Roach kicks it up. No icing called there. Defensive line change for the Conard Red Wolves as O'Keefe and C.J. Bankoff come on the ice. The Guardians will try to send it in deep. Takes a funny hop off the boards, and Bankoff just sends it up the boards there, and he pinches his man on the boards to let that puck loose, and Gainey makes a hard crashing check into the boards to try and get it to Roach on the outlet, but kept in by the Guardians' defense at the point, and goes back into the corner. Puck is battered in the air, now up the line, and here comes Conard making a charge. Ken Roach has it at the blue line, sends it in deep, he'll dump it in. Glastonbury trying to make a push. Big check in the center of ice between C.J. Bankoff and Liam Hogan. Everybody's okay, and they get off. Conard making a charge. Tamacho trying to get loose, sees it at the point, has Mangini, pass, shot by Mangini, right in front of the net, went off McGoldrick's skates, couldn't get it in there, and it redirects to the sideboard, but Tamacho battling to get in front, couldn't get the shot off, good defense by the Guardians. And here comes Dominic Calciano to the outside, centering pass, but too hard for Kyle Giannotti, but good look there. And Giannotti sends it high, goes into the netting. We'll have a whistle and a stoppage of play with 9:56 left to play in the first.
Conard winning 9 of the last 10 games, only losing to number 1 Cheshire 2-1 in a really, really tight game. Conard's been on a heater. A little bit of a slow start, but they're doing okay right now. We'll see how it goes and how it progresses.
Chase Emery swats that one away with his stick right off the faceoff. It just trickled over to the crease. Still made it playable. Dylan Smith will corral it. Looking for an outlet. Finds McGoldrick. Tips it up. Just out of his reach. They're going to call for an icing. And they wave off the icing. Guardians have it. Tries to stretch past that one all the way to the red zone. Dylan Smith has it again. He'll go in and battle. Nate Dubois trying to forecheck. Guardians behind the net. Hit the outlet to the Guardians. Skates forward and picked off by Dylan Smith. Good stick work by Smith there. He's looking for a player. Alvord trying to come forward. He attacks Dominic Calciano and it's picked up by Alvord. Tries to send it forward. Behind the back goes McGoldrick. We have a 2-on-2. McGoldrick and Dubois feeds it to Alvord. Alvord just loses it off the handle as they had a potential 3-on-2. Alvord trying to send it over to the center. And we have a battle on the boards. No support for Alvord there. And the Guardians able to come up with it and flip it out. Where Nick Alonso will send it over, covering for Alvord. And Nigro shoots it up forward. And a kick pass to Alonso, who pokes it out of the zone. And Conard, Parker Bastos, backhand, tries to backhand it in deep, couldn't. Sends it back to Nigro, who misplays it. And here comes Kyle Giannetti for the Glastonbury Guardians, trying forecheck. And still, here's Giannotti again, turns, fires, goes off a stick, goes above the net. He was in good positioning there, made a nice C-cut to get himself into position. Puck comes out of the zone for the Guardians. Conard looking to really gather themselves and step up. Here comes Nigro. A flip pass goes behind C.J. Bankoff. He plays a smart move and just dumps it in. Conard gets some fresh legs out there as Parker Bastos goes to battle behind the boards to try and forecheck. Glastonbury picked off, shot, no one wrecked, blast, save, just silly. Riley O'Keefe, as it bounces all the way to the point, tries to keep it in, kicks it in, doesn't go deep enough. Looked like a hand pass there. No icing called as the Guardians are down there, but no one else to attack them. C.J. Bankoff plays his man in the front. The puck gets to the net, though. And Conard looking for the outlet, who hasn't been there. And Riley O'Keefe is forced to play his man while the Guardians reset up behind the cage. They go low to high. The shot, try to wrist it in, trickles down behind the net. Back up to Riley Roy, takes a shot. And
great block by Gainey right there.
Had a nice block there. That one's going to feel a mark. He's skating hard and proud. Now it's on the boards. Gainey, who's checked. Puck gets loose. Wrister, rebound, goes off Riley O'Keefe, almost back in, but picked up by Conard. Conard now, two-men rush. Gainey and Roach. Roach, nice move behind the legs to Gainey, just out of the crease. Gainey was right there, but just out of his reach.
Beauty of a play there.
Nice pass by Ken Roach. And he's underhooking, trying to keep possession of the puck. Goes
Ken
left, goes right
now.
He takes a shot, goes wide. Roach is seeing that puck well and skating well. Mangini has it, takes a shot. Floater of a muffin, goes into the corner. Tamacho has it, looking for some help. He's batted down. No penalty call there. And Tamacho and the other guy for the Guardians are battling in the corner. And offsides, Conard has to go back and touch up. And the Guardians try and send it deep, but it's blocked by Tamacho. Now it's Conard. Here we go. McGoldrick trying to fire it. Just poked off of his stick. Good defensive play there. And Dylan Smith sends it over to Mangini as McGoldrick goes back to touch up. Mangini has it. Looking. Puts it on net. It's a rebound. And
Conard
the Guardians,
with a ton of pressure there.
Guardians will take a well-needed break, and they'll ice the puck.
Ton of pressure by Conard right there, and obviously 3 or 4 significant chances to get a point here. It's that was a great effort on that line.
5:45 left to play. Nick Alonso will take the draw for Conard. And Tyler Haber for the Guardians. Haber wins it, sends it back. The battle at the dot. Guardians come up with it. We have a 2-on-2. And Ken Roach, once again, had it. Takes a turn, and he's hit the middle of the ice. Dylan Smith looking up, takes a stretch pass. Nobody there for Conard. Gainey trying to poke check. It's lofted in the air. Dylan Smith goes back to retrieve it, spins around, looking for some support, banks it off the boards, knocked down by Ryan Jennings for the Guardians, and Elvert will go back and retrieve it for Conard. Goes D to Dylan Smith. Feed to Alonso, who tips it in, but not deep enough, or the Guardians pick it up. Crazy bounce. Here comes McGoldrick. He's bounced off the puck a little bit, and Elver will just send it in. Conard has to go back and retouch up, and they do so. Nice feed pass. Kicked off the C.J. Bankoff's skate, and Guardians have to go back and retouch up. Bankoff giving chase into the corner. He flips it over to Macchio on the outlet. Tries to wing it up. Nobody there. Guardians opening. Had Emery down on the ice. Was shot by Joseph Domingo. And Domingo goes wide and high. Now passed up for the Conard. Gavin Mangini has it. Takes a shot right in front. Looking for the rebound. Nobody there on the short side, on the far side. And Conard has to go back and retouch up. I'm going to have an offsides call as somebody didn't go back and touch. Some physicality picking up here too, Russ. Some open ice hits.
Yeah, some physicality. I think that was I don't know if that was an open ice hit or more of a collision there that just happened. But definitely a little back and forth here.
Guardians win the face-off draw. Push it forward over to Harrison Schreier. He comes in, brings in the zone. He's forced to the outside by Dylan Smith. Now grabbed by Gainey. He's pinched up in the boards, tries to get it out. Covered at the point by the Guardians. And now a great pickoff move by Dylan Smith to take it away from the Guardian. Tries to send it forward, just out of the reach of Alonso. Now Dylan Smith goes back behind the net. Has it. Domingo Calciano tried to get it. And it's flipped up. No icing call. Ken Roach going to the boards with it. Sends it forward. Gainey hit from the side, but able to feed it behind the cage. Conard coming back with their hits just the same. And Dylan Smith sideswipes. Shot. Screen in front. Goes wide. I don't think Jasili saw that one. And the Guardians trying to get it out of the zone. And Silas Warner will come back and corral it and give it over to Gainey. Gainey has it. Sends it a pass up to Nick Alonso. Just tips it, and it'll go deep in the zone. And Conard will make a much-needed line change. And Liam Elvert kicks it in deep again, so Conard has to go back and touch. Guardians looking for that cherry-pick and feed to have some type of opportunity. And here they come with a 2-on-1. Have it. Feed. Just missed off the stick off of Owen Collette. They had a potential opportunity there. Caden Mangini has it. Can't get it out of the zone. Guardians cover at the point. Josh Sandler has it, looking to feed somebody. He'll switch places with the Guardian D, but Elvert, too strong, able to pick it up. And Conard still can't get it out of the zone. Underhooked by Elvert. And breaks his man off the puck. Caden Mangini positions himself to push the man off the puck. And now Elvert comes up with it. And now a feed. Parker Bastos. He has it at the red line as Conard will make a line change. And he'll send it in deep as they try to get it out there. And traveling up with speed is Riley Roy. Can't feed Giannotti at all. And a little back and forth within the neutral zone. And Dylan Smith tries to send it forward. Now it's Mullen McGoldrick with a potential 2-on-1 with Tamaccio, but he's robbed a little bit, just out of his reach. Gavin Mangini pinching in. Can't have it. Now sent in deep over to Tamaccio, and he's pushed into the boards by Giannitti. But the Guardians have it. Now picked off by McGoldrick. Has it at the feet by the defenseman. Great defense by Riley Roy to steal it from McGoldrick. He had possession of it. Dylan Smith sends it. Looking for a redirect by McGoldrick in front. That's stopped by a defenseman. Some good defense by Glastonbury. And it's flipped up in the heels. And now Conard has to go back and retreat. Forechecking is Dominic Calciano. Riley O'Keefe sends it behind the net to Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith fakes left, goes right. Now forward again, looking for a feed. He's Scott McGoldrick, who tips it in. Can't get a stick on it. Gavin Mangini going after Colin Sheridan. Forechecking ferociously. And Glastonbury, now it's picked off by McGoldrick. Tries to fake, toe drags, goes left, has to circle. Couldn't get a shot off as he had two men on him. Puck goes into the corner. 3 Guardians on top of 2 Conard Red Wolves, and they're trying to kick it out of there, and the Guardians come up with it. Now it's flipped up, shot by C.J. Bankoff, never makes it to the net, hits a Guardian, and a Guardian once again will try and flip it up in the air, but it goes out of play, and we'll have a face-off with 28.6 seconds left in the first period. Russ, we're seeing some pressure, and when it looks like when the Guardians get pressure, they do that flip up in the air to try and ice it and get it out of the zone.
Yeah, Conard putting good pressure on them right now. I think, obviously these teams have kind of gone back and forth with zone play, but Conard definitely seems to be putting a little more pressure on Glastonbury in the second half of this first right now.
Glastonbury comes out of the zone with it. Got a man open, but Elver's right there. He delays any more movement from that. Puck is tilted to the other side. Giannetti has it, finds a feed on the far side. Shot, top corner, score by Josh Sandler. Nice feed by Giannetti. And he fed Sandler, who was on the far side. Emery couldn't get over in time, and it went top shelf.
Yeah, it's a really nice pass, cross ice, and wide open over there, and just nice finish by number 28.
Glastonbury, after these 4.9 seconds, will head off to the locker room. First intermission on a 2-0 lead. And Conard's got to do some soul searching here. The clock ticks off a little bit, and a little physicality picking up, a little pushing and shoving. There was a little fracas in the center ice, and some chirping going on as Mangini got into it a little bit. A lot of chirping. Referees pushing both teams into the locker room. This ought to be an exciting second period, Russ. What's your thought on the first?
Yeah, I think both teams are playing really well right now. Conard certainly has had their chances, and they're not able to finish on those chances. And Glastonbury's I don't think Glastonbury's had as many clean chances, but they're up 2-0. So they've definitely done a better job of basically closing on those chances that they've had. So the second period, Conard's going to need to come out here. I don't think Conard's playing bad right now. I think they're playing a really decent game. I think they're moving the puck well. I think the breakout still is kind of falling back to where we were. We had a really good, nice, clean breakout last game. Need to clean up the breakout a little bit. But as far as zone play, we just need to get more shots on this and test this goalie out right now. Just not, for all the zone time that Conard's had, just not able to really get any really good chances at scoring. So more shots on net, more movement off the puck, more east-west. I've always said that, just how Glastonbury just scored. Moving that puck across the ice and getting it to a player that's where everybody's focused on one side of the ice and moving that player to the other side where there's somebody wide open and getting a chance like that. Just Conard needs to do more of that. A lot of times we're shooting on net from a strong side, and it's just the goalie's right there, and they're picking it off every time. So,
Yep. And we'll let the Zamboni do its job. I'm Rob. I'm with Russ. Well, Russ and Rob will be back after first intermission break.
get a younger crowd in. The days of being over. The waitress is a class of 67. Or the bartender. I used to work at Newington. All the guys, sales guys, used to go in there for lunch. Martini lunch.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. That's exactly what it was.
I was 18. The guy that used to go there every day, his name was Nummy. Tom Byrne. Nummy. He was drunk all afternoon.
got in there with no money, right? And it was still like 38 or 35.
For all year.
I thought it was, like I remember maybe it was closer to 40. Because I remember when I was looking and marrying it, like, it was like that. That was the year they were pushing really hard for me. I don't know if that's still the same. Everywhere. And even when she got accepted, we took the record amount of women. She applied to the high school though, dual major, business one in high school. She got the scholarship to the high school.
Looks like Connor's ready to go.
So she visits Syracuse?
See, like, I don't not like it. I just don't like it. Seems like she's got Ohio State. I don't really like UVM because I don't like her vibe.
Syracuse is a hostile on campus. How's Hunter?
Oh, really?
The last year they didn't even get enough kids. So they accepted a lot, but they were short a large amount of kids because they didn't go.
I just tried something recently.
What's you say last week?
Tried something. I'm struggling, but I've been telling her.
All right. Yep.
We're back for the opening start, the second period. Glastonbury Guardians up a 2-0 lead, scoring with about 5 seconds left in that first period. Gavin Mangini will take the face-off draw versus Colin Sheridan. Slapped away by Mangini into the zone. Kicked up by Albert. It's trying to be flipped up. Mangini smartly flips it on the back behind the cage. McGoldrick in pursuit. But Chase LaPierre is right there for Glastonbury. He's trying to get it down. Knocked down by Gavin Mangini. Glastonbury struggling to find an outlet. And now McGoldrick has it in the corner. Sends it up point. And it gets out of the zone finally. And grabbed by Dylan Smith, who sauces it over to Elver. Goes above his stick. Can't get it out. Now it's poked up. 2-on-2. But grabbed quickly. Tamaccio has it. Tries to send a shot. Poked away off of his stick. And the Guardians have come charging up. But we're going to have...
Oh, I don't know. I'll wave that off.
They
maybe.
waved off the icing.
Thanks to the ref.
Referee blocks that shot from going up there. And Conard trying to get something going. Here comes Conard trying to take a shot. It's Gainey. Pokes it forward. He battles in the boards a little bit. It's on the ice for Nolan Reck. Gets by him. Here comes Glastonbury. C.J. Bankoff holds his man to the outside. Great job by him. Glastonbury dumps it in, grabbed by Nolan Reck. Trying to get it out of the zone. Still kept in. Nice play by Glastonbury to keep it in the zone. And Nolan Reck will dump it into the corner. And Gainey goes to grab it, has it, looks to center it up. Loops it around, up to Andrew Nigro. Has to go on his backhand, though. He sends it up forward. Knocked down by Glastonbury. Who sent 4 men to one side. Gainey over to C.J. Bankoff. Always finding space is Bankoff. And he allows his team to get another change. Good heads-up play. Good vision by Bankoff there. And Glastonbury trying to get it up to the zone. Nice hit by Gavin Mangini on Colin Sheridan to take his man off the puck. Dylan Smith backhands it up against the board. But Riley Roy, he's there and keeps it in for Glastonbury. Andrew Nigro now has possession of it. Fakes right, goes left, and it's picked off by Glastonbury. And the Glastonbury looking for a man. They find up top. Over to Matthew Wojnar. Wojnar tries to go back again. Now it's McGoldrick to Riley Roy. McGoldrick tries to bring it back, can't get it. And Glastonbury is all over it. McGoldrick now looking for somebody. Weaves left, goes right. Comes off of his stick, and now it's a 2-on-2 charge for Glastonbury with Joseph Domingo and Colin Sheridan. And they try and go up top to the points again, but it's picked off by McGoldrick. 2-on-2, him and Tamaccio. He goes left, tries to bring it back. Shot, top shelf, McGoldrick, where Mama hides the cookies. He went end to end, left, right, and got it to his forehand. Had some patience.
I was just about to say that they're trying to do too much individually and not moving the puck enough, but I guess I got to take that back because he just went end-to-end and went around the entire Glastonbury team and ripped that thing top shelf. So we'll take that all day long. But I think Conard really needs to start moving the puck a little better and moving off the puck, supporting the puck a little better. They're not doing a good job of that tonight, and as a result, Glastonbury is still up 2-1.
Great determination by McGoldrick there, and a puck rolls over.
Wrap around.
Still in the zone. McGoldrick goes to the point. Kept in. It's picked off. Riley O'Keefe tried to shoot it in, but Glastonbury was right there to capitalize on it. And they try and break it out of the zone unsuccessfully. And then Riley O'Keefe is there again in his defensive zone to pinch his man off the boards. And now swatted away by Tamaccio. And Glastonbury has to regroup in the neutral zone while Conard makes a change. It goes all the way past the goal line. O'Keefe sends it up to his outlet to Roach. He has it, settles it down a little bit, and just before the red line, sends it in deep, and it'll be an icing call. Had a few feet there to get to that red line.
Yeah, Glastonbury's done a good job of generally taking away time and space, especially in the zone from Conard. Conard's got to make faster decisions and support the puck a little better. They have to really work on moving that puck quicker and getting shots on goal quicker. They're waiting too long. Every shot's hitting a stick. Every shot's hitting a body. And
face-off was won by Conard. They tried to poke it out.
Because we just iced the puck again, and we had plenty of time there. No reason for that.
So a little sloppy play, and Conard will have to regroup. Face-off will be to Emery's right. Colin Sheridan will take that face-off draw for Glastonbury versus Nolan Reck for the Red Wolves. Glastonbury wins it, up to their point, shot, and glove save, Emery. Right there. Riley Roy for Glastonbury had the drive. Grabbed again, battle at the dot, and it's sent out of play, and we're going to have yet another icing by the Red Wolves. And that'll come back down again.
There we go. Line change.
Coach Olson sends some new legs out there.
Conard just needs to calm down, need to have a little more patience with the puck.
Gavin Mangini, he'll battle. And now Albert and Josh Sandler battling at the dot. Puck goes behind the cage. Glastonbury trying to send it in. A redirect goes really wide. Conard's picking up the physicality. Has to be really careful here not to grab a penalty. And finally, up to McGoldrick. Sauces it to Tamaccio. Can't get in the zone because he had it on his backhand. And it's at Dylan Smith's feet. And he looks for a stretch pass over to Tamaccio, who lips it in, and a bouncing puck goes behind the net. McGoldrick looking for some help. Backhands it, goes into the corner, tries to feed Mangini. And Tamaccio tries to bat it down. 3 Conard players at the board. Comes out of the zone from Andrew Nigro. He'll rally and sends over to Elverd, who sends it in deep. Tamaccio will come off for a change. And Gavin Mangini is looking for that puck. Now kept in by Andrew Nigro. McGoldrick tried to take another shot over to Dubois. Comes out of the zone, flipped back in by C.J. Bankoff. And Glastonbury able to do a stretch pass, sends it in deep. Bankoff giving chase. He loops it around to Nate Dubois. He's beat by Glastonbury. And now they try and feed, coming into the slot, no one there. And Emery will just pounce on the puck for a stoppage in play with 9:01 left to play in the first.
Conard's got to do a better job of forechecking a little harder. We kind of backed off that puck and gave him a ton of time. Granted, we were in the middle of a change, but somebody's got to go up there and put pressure on the puck down in their zone.
Rec has it right to Glastonbury, rips it. Emery makes the initial save, goes over his right shoulder and goes wide. That was a line drive shot, though, quite a bit. Nolan Rec backhanded up to C.J. Bankoff. He's pinched up against the boards. Now Giannetti. Nolan Rec, another Glastonbury player, going at it. And there's a little fracas, and we got a save by Emery, and 2 players are going at it. Now another Glastonbury player jumps in, and whistle's called. And it sounds like they're talking that their skate blades were connected together. As we saw Nolan Rec point to his skate, maybe they were just connected, unfortunately, from an equipment problem.
Probably a little more than that. They all seem to have gotten away with whatever it was.
Puck is dropped at the circle. Glastonbury has it. Back pass. Ripped shot. Save. Emery. Ryan Jennings. Glastonbury using their points very well.
Yeah, we're sagging too deep. We're sagging way. Conard's sagging way below the circles right now. We need to get guys up covering those points, blocking shots. Too much time and space up the top there.
Back to Glastonbury.
There we go. Exactly what needed.
Nice block shot by Tamaccio. Nolan Rec has it, tries to feed it, but it's picked up by Giannetti. Giannetti wins that battle, looking to take a shot. Another block shot by Dylan Smith. Giannetti feeds, goes off Emery's stick. Another shot, looked to feed. Giannetti was breaking to the far side. Picked up on the boards by Conard. Here they come with a 2-on-2 breakout. Roach, good stick handling, goes to the outside wide, backhanded. Right at forehand, couldn't get it there. Now Gainey, and it looks like Conard drew a penalty. Great job by Roach to do that. And Conard looking for an opportunity here. However, whistle's called, but they'll be on a power play.
Conard's got to keep skating there. Roach is coming in with the puck. Roach is trying to come to the net. We got to skate to that net. I think it was Gainey. Kind of slowed down, stopped skating. You don't want to skate. You got to come up to the net and stop. You don't want to skate over the goal line, but you got to be there to have that. That was a great opportunity to get a.
Conard wins it.
Goes, a weak side
back
shot
to McGoldrick. Under the bumper, shot, wrister, save, Jasili. Penalty was a holding call on Charles Lapierre for Glastonbury. Dylan Smith goes to the side, spin moves, goes up high, looking to feed it. Goes down behind the goal line, looking to center it in the slot. Nobody there, and cleared out by Glastonbury. And McGoldrick goes after it, being chased by Joe Domingo. And he catches up a little bit, but McGoldrick try and reset up with 1:25 left on the power play. Here comes McGoldrick, skating through, crosses the red line, tries to feed it, drops it a little bit, goes behind his legs. Roach able to give some support there, gets it close behind the goal line. Mangini has it on the boards, gets it up to Dylan Smith. Smith back to Mangini. Mangini takes a shot, save, Jasili. No screen in front there. Minute
Definitely
3
want to
left
see
in the
more
power
shots.
play.
Definitely want to see more shots on goal here, Rob. We want to test this goalie. My understanding is he's only been playing goalie for 2 years. Definitely want to be peppering him.
Nick Alonso take the draw for the Conard Red Wolves. Wins it. Nate Dubois has it. Back up to Nigro. Nigro, sauce pass over to Bankoff. Can't handle it. He goes down low. Replaced by Tamaccio. Goes behind the net to Alonso. Alonso battling on the boards with Giannetti. Great job by Alonso to get free. But puck just out of the reach of Andrew Nigro. And he'll go back and corral it. And Conard will regroup. He sets it up. Trying to set up. And now picked off by Guardians. Bouncing puck. Chase Emery able to handle it. Goes off to the side. And great forecheck by Dominic Calciano for Glastonbury, who's free. Forehand, backhand. Penalty upcoming to Glastonbury as he was tripped. As Conard couldn't clear it out. And we'll have a 4-on-4 for 21 seconds as Andrew Nigro will head to the box for a trip call.
Conard, yeah.
Glastonbury regroup. Plenty of space on a 4-on-4. Conard trying to get it. Now grabbed by Albert. They have the numbers, 3-on-2. Back over to McGoldrick. McGoldrick has it, spins around. Killing some time. Glastonbury's now full strength. So it's a 5-on-4 for minute 32 for Glastonbury. No icing is called. Albert grabs it, regroups. He's got to launch it to get it out of there. Another good forecheck by Glastonbury, and they were able to pick it off and grab it. And they're in the zone and looking for possession. Nice job by Gavin Mangini to send it forward. And his patience have offsides or call. The referee stopped it because the penalty box door was open.
Now we got another penalty.
We got a penalty.
Glastonbury.
Interference call. Interference on Josh Sandler. So we'll have a 4-on-4 for a minute and 10, and then
Quite
Conard.
a slew of penalties after a pretty clean first period.
Tamaccio take the draw. He wins that battle, knocks his man over in the interim. His stick is held. Now Roach has it, loops it around. Tamaccio going in deep. He's blocked off of his man, but good job. Shot, redirect by Roach. Almost. Good pinch there by C.J. Bankoff, who sent it right on net. And Roach, good direct, but a save by Giuselli. And now a 2-on-2. Giannetti will launch one. Good stick by Dylan Smith, and it'll go out of play.
.44 more seconds, a 4-on-4.
Conard has it, wins it, looped around by C.J. Bankoff, always finding space. Conard can't get it, kicked in the slot, poked away but not out of the zone, picked up by Giannetti. He circles in, shot, pad save, Emery, shot, save, Emery, shot, goes wide.
Playing with fire.
Keith trying to get it through there. Conard trying to push it through. Tamaccio trying to get it loose. O'Keefe has it. And Ken Roach is dumped on the ice.
I don't even understand how that's allowed. He's not even have the puck. You can't push a guy down like that.
Puck was on the other side of the ice too, Russ. Here comes Roach now. Has an opportunity. 2-on-2. Roach and Tamaccio enter the zone. Roach shoots. Tried to get it to Tamaccio. Maybe a redirect, but just out of his reach a little bit. It looked like he was gassed a little bit on that one. Tamaccio trying to get his man. Looking to play the body. Shot. C.J. Bankoff. Save. Giuselli. Bankoff was right there as he pinched in, and he snuck in stealth-like and just couldn't get it off. And Gainey comes out, circles back to McGoldrick. He's picked off, shot, save. Dominic Calciano, the good forecheck. And now McGoldrick battling with Giannetti.
In the back.
And
wow.
McGoldrick is cross-checked, and he's still being hacked.
I can't believe an arm hasn't gone up.
A lot of battling. Glastonbury wanted a call, but he fell down on his own. No call for maybe embellishment, but not there. Gainey circles around. He's touched up a little bit. And now, here comes Josh Sandler in his zone, brings it in, tries to center it at a shot at a crazy angle. And Nigro's hit up on the boards. Sandler pushes McGoldrick in the back, and now it's sent in all the way deep. No icing there because it was shot by Glastonbury. Gainey giving chase. Owen Collette shoots it up for Glastonbury. Now Glastonbury has it. And Gavin Mangini tries to push him off, and they battle. Now it's a loose puck. Here comes Gainey, has it, goes the outside, goes behind there. Going to be a penalty call upcoming on Glastonbury as Gavin Mangini does a lot of talking. He was held up. He's in the face right now of looks like Ryan Jennings. They were going at it. Going to be called for holding.
A lot of hands up high, a lot of sticks up high. These refs got to settle this down a little bit because it's getting a little out of hand.
I'm sorry, it was Harrison Shearer with a holding call. Glastonbury will send out more troops. So Conard go on the power play with 2:46 left to play in the second and 2 minutes on the penalty. Alonso has it. Looking to center it up. Got nobody there in the house. Dubois has it on the side. Playing the bumper. Over to Nigro. Back to Dubois. Walks it in a little bit. Goes to Alonso. Alonso up top. Back to Nigro. Shot. Save. Just silly. Glove save. And it clears the zone. Emery comes out and plays it. C.J. Bankoff will regroup the troops. He comes up. Fires up. Back up to Conard. Backhanded pass to Dubois. Dubois having it. Tries to loop it around the cage, but just out of too far for Tamaccio. Nigro circles left, right, goes back, goes down low behind the goal line. Back up to C.J. Bankoff. Brings it back. Shot. Redirect in front, and it goes out of play. Bankoff's been able to find a lot of space tonight, whether he's clearing the puck or finding some open space. Nice low shot at the net, looking for the redirect. They hit the redirect, but it went over the post.
Yeah, Glastonbury's doing a good job of getting sticks in the lane, sticks in the in blocking shots. We haven't been able to get anything really clean. A couple, but not as many as we need here.
Gavin Mangini battling in the corner. He's cross-checked from behind by Giannetti. The referee gets out of the way. Now Mangini has it, sends it up the boards to Dylan Smith, who wins that battle over Giannetti. Gavin Mangini having it. He's 2-on-1. And Glastonbury really trying to battle.
Power play, Rob.
Dylan
We got
Smith
one
able
on the
to kick
puck
it.
over there. I don't understand.
35 seconds left on the power play. And Conard can't really set something up here.
That's a cross
Gavin
check.
Mangini's backed off the puck. Glastonbury wanted a call when their own man was pushing a Conard player, and he fell down. And McGoldrick has it at the blue line. And Mangini's being held again. He's still being held right in front of the ref. Wow, that wasn't obvious.
It's getting a little out of hand at this point, Rob.
Yeah, unfortunately. Mangini now going after it, tries to push his man off.
Wow.
Both fans.
This is going to deteriorate quickly if these refs don't get control. And here we go. No call there.
A big hit.
Now a hand's going to go up.
Well, and they tried to hit Gainey, but the guy bounced off, so it shouldn't be a penalty. And this has just got out of control. And they're going to call Gavin Mangini on a slash.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Conard, this is, when this kind of stuff happens, this is where we stop playing hockey, and it starts to become an MMA fight.
Conard wins the battle. Gisilli has to come out and play it. Gainey hustling down. Good hustle there by Gainey. He hits Giannetti. Giannetti throws an elbow at Gainey right in front of the ref.
Yeah.
Here comes Josh Sandler. Gives it to Giannetti. Wrister, and a blast goes wide. Glastonbury behind the goal line.
Need to get this period over with and get a cool-off time here.
And battling. And now a battle in
There we
front
go.
with Dylan Smith
This is,
and Harrison Scherer. And the referee finally steps in quickly.
these guys need to get control of this game because they don't have it right now.
So a lot of physicality, a lot of pressure. It's a 2-1 game. Both teams, more playing the body than the puck a little bit. Russ, your thoughts on what coach is going to say to Conard in the locker room this period?
Just think we just need to get back to playing hockey. This is nonsense. The refs have, let this get too far out of hand at this point. A lot of hands up high, a lot of sticks up high, a lot of stuff happening behind the play, a lot of stuff happening after the puck's gone. Just, I'm all for letting people play, and I want to let them play. But, it gets to a point where it just accelerates, and they're not getting control of it. So they need to start making some calls. They need to start getting people in the box and need to settle this down. And Conard needs to play hockey. They need to stop worrying about all this other nonsense that goes on and play hockey. They're really good hockey players. They're a good hockey team. And when they focus on hockey and not all this other emotional stuff, they're very good. But right now they're getting sucked into the vortex of that other stuff.
I'm Rob, and with me Russ, and we're going to take while the Zamboni makes a cut, and we'll be back to Spittin' Chicklets in the third period. And we're back for the start of the third period here at Trinity College. Conard Red Wolves, Glastonbury Guardians. Physicality's been building up. Conard trying to kill off a penalty. Glastonbury has it. Centering pass, shot, save. Emery just off the glove.
Huge save.
Dominic Calciano had a shot and just went off the arm. Now a battle in front of the net, trying to redirect. It goes up in the air, above. Now a big battle in front. Glastonbury checking Conard kids in front. Conard kids checking Glastonbury Conards. The house is full. And now Tamaccio has it. He's got to try and beat his man. He's got to feed. Shot goes wide. 55 seconds left in the kill. Glastonbury charging out. Here's Giannetti. Tries to go to the center slot. Corrals it again. Lifts it. Centering pass. Nobody there. Comes out of the zone. And Josh Sandler will go back and regroup for Glastonbury as it's sent in by Harrison Shearer and picked off. Now, here comes Tamaccio. He's got a trailer. Goes left. Tries to bring it to his forehand. Can't do it, but killing off some time a little bit. And Joey Domingo leading the charge with a potential 4-on-2, but grabbed by Riley O'Keefe. Great stick work. Now he takes out a man on the boards. O'Keefe is without his stick, trying to battle a man. He's trying to clear the house. O'Keefe picks up his man. Glastonbury has it. Shot, save, Emery, and Glastonbury still pushing through. And Elvert makes sure that Ryan Jennings gets away from his going.
Guys are
and
wow.
Fans want some whistles blown and some control of the game. You can't really blame them there. Now battled, picked up by Ken Roach. He'll skate with it. They're going to kill off this penalty. Brings it back, looking to go to the outside. Tries to bring it to his forehand. He's forced to behind the cage, looking to go up top with it. C.J. Bankoff has it. Goes to Riley O'Keefe. Goes up to the point. And Conard's going to have a penalty for too many men. Little miscue on the bench there. They just came out of the box and they miscue.
Glastonbury's going off, Rob.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm confused. I guess it's not too many men. Guess there was something else we missed.
Chase LaPierre will go in the box. I didn't see what for, but it looked like there was a major miscue. I mean, I counted 6 Conard skaters. So Conard will get another opportunity with 13-13 left. Conard wins the face-off draw over to Bankoff, sends it back D to D over to Nigro. Backhand, forehand, over to Bois. Shot goes off the side of the net. Glastonbury trying to get it through, gets past Bankoff and it'll come out of the zone. Nigro has it. He'll try and regroup there. Nigro trying to get it, but it's poked away by Calciano. And Calciano, great job on the forecheck there by him. And now Nick Alonso has it. And now a 3-on-2 charge for the Conard Red Wolves, led by Dubois, looking to pass it, trying to break it. He's tripped up.
That's another call.
Another penalty there. Conard has an open man.
4 out here.
Nigro.
Oh, take it out.
Has it, and he's tackled. And he's tackled, and we have a melee. And now Glastonbury jumping in. A senseless penalty there.
Well,
and just...
And they're already 5-on-3, and Glastonbury just hauled that kid down. I mean, this is exactly what I talk about, Rob. When you let a game, when you don't have the officiating, doesn't make the calls that are needed to be made, it just turns into a complete and utter S show, and that's what we have right now. It's not hockey anymore. It's just a mess.
Ryan Jennings getting called for a trip, which looked more like a tackle and a mugging. And now Glastonbury referee, they want some talk going after the referees. And you know what? For not taking control, you need to be able to take that as a referee. I mean, you're worried about someone getting injured on such.
Yeah, it becomes, this is not about winning and losing. This is just about safety at this point. And this game is getting slowly out of control because they've allowed that to happen. And they need to bring this back into some sort of a semblance of a hockey game.
I don't know if we've got a timeout called or
Conard doing a good job of kind of taking their time here, getting a little rest on their first line power play.
Gavin Mangini take the draw, 5-on-3. Giannetti wins that draw. Good flip up by Josh Sandler. He's been all over the ice tonight, forechecking, has a goal. A great job by that young man. McGoldrick has it, goes to the inside, goes outside now, trying to bring forward, pass, shot, Gainey, save, Jasili. McGoldrick has it, now circling around in the corner. 56 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Back over to McGoldrick, the slot, shot, save, Jasili. And Giannetti getting in the face of McGoldrick there. Referees putting a stop to that. And Genie win the battle. Goes over. Gainey has it. He's in the corner. Glastonbury goes up top to McGoldrick. Over to Smith. Launches one. Shot! Missed it! And a drive! And a goal! Dylan Smith ties the game.
The great ripper there from the point.
And Glastonbury shoots the puck all the way at the other end of the ice.
We're going to see how Glastonbury reacts to this and how the rest of this game goes at this point and how these refs handle that.
5-on-4 for the next minute 19. Conard trying to push through. Here goes Gavin Mangini. Tries to take a shot. It's blocked at the skates. Picked up by Torin McGoldrick. Shot. Dylan Smith, another wrister. Blocked. And Jasili was able to cover it up as it trickled to the goal line and looked like it was kicked back out. And we'll have a face-off to Jasili's left. Mangini and Giannetti battling. Gavin Mangini tripped up a little bit. Glastonbury does get it out of the zone. Played by Chase Emery. He comes out, gives it to Torin McGoldrick. Giannetti finally comes off. He put in a lot of time there. Give that kid credit. Conard now dump it in. The 5-on-4, 40 seconds left. Roach trying to get it up top. Sends it down low to Gainey. Gainey in the corner. Skating with it. Indirect pass. Dylan Smith bangs it up. Changes position. And McGoldrick will corral it at the neutral zone and almost poked away. Great job by Glastonbury. And Dylan Smith has it. No penalty called.
I would argue that that's interference because he didn't try playing the puck, but
yep.
We're not getting any. It's going both ways. I mean, but it's.
He did stop him and get in front of him, but then the puck was loose and it never went anywhere. Man, Alonso now doing a great battle in the corner. And Glastonbury's killed that penalty. And Nigro was open on the other side. Sends it over to Bankoff, comes up the red line. Bankoff, once again, finding space and an area to send it in deep to give his time to regroup and corral up. Nate Dubois tries to poke it in. He's skated. He's tripped up. That was looked like a little slew foot. Now Nolan Reck is hit.
Yeah,
and they're going to go.
On over there.
Number 16, Owen Collette, literally put his hands around the young man's neck. And there was no puck there in sight. So you got to wonder.
It's looking to hit now.
Connor just trying to send it in deep. Connor regroup behind his net. Joe Domingo doing the forechecking. Tried to get it to Alonso, and he didn't. So it'll be an icing call on Conard. And Glastonbury will get their first line out there with Giannetti, Sandler, and Dominic Calciano's out there with Ryan Jennings and Riley Roy. Right off the face-off, there's a shot. Emery pounces on that one. And we'll do it again. And looks like Janetti was sent off for no mouth guard. Another shot goes to the net, doesn't make it there. Conard banks it off, tried to get it. Kept in by Glastonbury. A little back and forth in the volley. Goes in front of the crease. Albert, grab it, sends it to his outlet, Tamaccio. Tamaccio tries to loop it up, can't get it out of the zone. And now it's a skate to it. And a little back and forth and a little volley. And Riley O'Keefe, behind his goal line, sends it up to Tamaccio. Loose puck, now a shot. Shot from the point! Looked like Ryan Jennings. Conard tried to clear it, and he rifled one in above the shoulders of Chase Emery to make it a 3-2 game.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss pass off the boards there, right out to the center. Nice centering pass and a ripper from the point again.
Conard needs to regroup here. Grabbed by Dylan Smith. Glastonbury really taking a charge. Grabbed by Liam Hogan. Now back at the point again is Glastonbury. They've got control. Conard trying to kick it out. It does trickle out of the zone, just past Ryan Jennings. Offsides on Glastonbury, but Conard will have it. Here comes Roach, in alone, outside, so he'll dump it in. Alonso giving chase for Conard. He has it, looking for somebody right in front. Shot, Gainey. Goes above the goalie and off the crossbar, and Glastonbury tries to send it in deep. Can't. Dylan Smith will hold up till they touch up, and it's bounced off of a player. A nice play by Gainey. Russ, no need for the young man to dive on a guy on the ice like that. And Glastonbury trying to dump it in. Nigro will corral it in. Sends it up the ice. Backhanded to C.J. Bankoff. He'll dump it in, avoids the check there. Roach is hit, met up. Here comes Alonso, trying to reach up. Alonso has it. Albert sends it in deep again. Conard has to go back and touch up. Almost picked off by Nigro. Great job and underhook by him as it gets into the neutral zone. McGoldrick and Janetti going on it. It goes to the side of the net where Emery swipes it sideways. Now, Glastonbury, nice centering pass by Sandler. Those two have had good chemistry over to Janetti, but Janetti couldn't quite get it there. Here comes Dominic Calciano over to Sandler. Sandler with a blast, like a heck of a shot. And Torrin McGoldrick, who's doing it all by himself, and he finally loses the puck because it was a 3-on-1. And Janetti will pick it up for Glastonbury. And tried to be poked away by Tamaccio, couldn't quite get it there. Here comes Dominic Calciano. Calciano tried to poke away by Riley O'Keefe. Shot. Marvelous glove save by Emery as Calciano fed Sandler again. Sandler's got some speed. He's playing really well. Nice hard redirect right there. And Emery, who's been ever faithful with that glove. 6:52 left in the game, 3-2. Conard bringing it up. Here comes Ken Roach. Brings it across the red line, but loses it. Still stays in the zone. Roach swipes at it. Bouncing over sticks. So O'Keefe's got to go at it. Backhanded pass to his outlet. And Glastonbury kind of beating Conard a little bit to the boards in the rush. Dylan Smith avoids a check and maintains possession. Here comes Gainey. Charge of the 3-on-2. He's going after it. Sends it in deep. Bouncing puck goes wide of Jasili. Goes up the boards. Alonso tries to send it back down to Roach. Roach giving chase behind the cage. Can't get it there. And Glastonbury will send it down deep and will have an icing call.
Glastonbury's really done a good job of taking away time and space. They're moving their feet. They're skating hard. They're skating every puck, full speed. Conard needs to step up their game in the last 6 minutes here.
A lot of momentum shift
Need to
after that goal.
Force turnovers, stay in the zone, get shots on goal.
Glastonbury with a face-off win. Will bank it on the boards. Kept in by Bankoff. Tries to put it on net. It's blocked by Glastonbury. They've got a 3-on-2 going on now. Goes to the outside. Drop pass. Shot. Stick save by Emery. Here comes Nate Dubois. Fans wanted a call there, but that was clean as anything. There's Nick Alonso. Can't bring it to his forehand to take a shot. Bankoff finds some space again over to Dubois, who loops it around. Alonso over to Bankoff. Back down to Alonso low. Alonso behind the net, trying to get it there. And poked in by Nigro, who keeps it in, but can't get it there. And we're going to have an icing call on Glastonbury. A little good pressure there by Conard. 5:23 left to play.
Yeah, dare I say we might be getting back to some hockey and stopping some of the nonsense.
Glastonbury trying to win that face-off. Kept in by Liam Elverd. He's only got one hand on his stick, though, so he doesn't have the power to do so. And it's back and forth. Goes back into the Conard zone. And Tamaccio has it. Parents from Glastonbury want to call. The two players collided. Different. And offsides on Conard. Kind of a face-off to center ice. Giannetti and Gavin Mangini going at it. Here comes Dylan Smith. He'll take the charge, brings it in, dumps it in, and he'll take that charge faster. Tries to center it up. Gets blocked, never makes it to the slot. Conard had somebody in the slot, though. Now Gavin Mangini, and poked away by Elvert the last minute. Good play by him. Good battle by the Guardians, trying to find another slot as Giannetti was breaking in from that slot, but picked off by Conard. And now Torrin McGoldrick has it. He's got it by himself, the feet up, poked away, goes to the outside, trying to center it. Nobody there at the points. He's dumped in. He's slow to get up. Tamaccio down. What a shot there. Another battle. And looks like Gavin Mangini collided with the player by the Glastonbury bench. And we'll have another whistle. Gavin Mangini being called for a roughing. With 4:10 left to play in the game.
I couldn't see what happened down there, Rob. I don't
It was
know.
in front of the bench. The players are standing. I couldn't see either. Couldn't understand the arm motion on the ref there, Russ.
I don't know, Rob.
Glastonbury wants some insurance here. Comes out of the zone. It's a 5-on-4. We have 4 minutes left to play in the game. Conard's got to kill off a minute 5, a minute 50. Shot. Glastonbury. Emery covers it up.
I said it before, Rob. The key to winning the games for Conard is always stay out of the box. Don't play into the emotion of the game. You got to be emotional, but you got to put that into goals rather than penalties. And right now, that's not what we're doing.
Gainey will take the draw for Conard. Back to Giannetti on the bumper. Goes low over to Sandler. Those two have connected quite well today. Giannetti at the point. Wrist one and a blast. Save. Emery. That was a drive. And looks like we're going to have a face-off.
Yeah, I don't know
outside the
what
zone.
was that all about.
I don't know if it was a hand pass or No penalty called there, but a whistle and a face-off come out of zone. Must have been a hand pass of some kind. Gainey will take that draw again. Battled, brought in by Sandler. Snuck up by Dominic Calciano. Shot, saved. That was a nice play by Glastonbury there. Conard trying to flip it forward. There goes Roach, gets it out of the zone before he's hit. It's another battle. Roach almost had Gainey. Now they're behind. A 3-on-2 charge for Glastonbury. Here comes Calciano. He goes to the outside, looks for it. Conard tries to send it out. Roach has it, going, charging, trying to kill some time, brings it back to the forehand, has it, killing some time. Good play.
Support.
Smith trying to send it forward. 3 minutes left to play in the game. Glastonbury looking to reset up here on the power play. Jennings shoots it down the zone, picked up by Dylan Smith. He'll bank it off the boards slowly. Makes Glastonbury regroup.
What's happening right now?
Here comes, they'll switch a little bit. Poked away by Alonso. Alonso take a shot. Defenseman takes a nice block down there. Sends it to the net again. Pad save, Giuselli. Up top is Nigro. He sends it back in deep. McGoldrick's got 3 men on him. Can't get it out of there. And Glastonbury will clear the zone. And Conard tries to send it in deep. Goes to McGoldrick. He's charging. Gets behind the net. Tries to corral it. He's held up a little bit. And now they're trying to poke it away. Good job by McGoldrick just to keep it on the boards. And they've killed off the penalty. And a lot of physicality in front of the net there. O'Keefe has it. Walks it in. Goes find somebody on the outside. Shot. Wrister goes wide. O'Keefe trying to get it there to keep it in. He does. It bounces off a Glastonbury player right into Nigro. And Nigro, as Jennings dives, they try and stop it, but too late. And it gets to the net. But, and it went off the stick, so there'll be no icing call. And here comes Nigro. He's got McGoldrick. Shot. Wide.
Gotta hit the
Minute
net.
24. Chase is coming closer. Chase Emery's coming closer. They might try and pull him. And Connor needs to get possession. Alonso shoots it up. As Jennings pounced on it for Glastonbury and sends a nice hard shot, circles it a little bit. And Connor now trying to bring her. A little volley back in the front there. And Giannetti for Glastonbury circles, looks at top. Wrister goes high. He's able to capitalize. Less than a minute left to play in the game. Here comes Riley O'Keefe, feeds Nolan Reck. But a little too far. And Giannetti has it. And looks like we're going to have a tripping call on Nigro. Looks unintentional, but still with a trip.
That'll about do it, Rob, I think.
Kind of disheartening with some of the calls in this game, but you got to be able to work with that and mature and be over it.
Yeah, again, you got to play hockey, Rob. You can't get caught up in all the emotion. You can't get caught up in all the emotion of all the other nonsense that's going around. You can't control the refs. You can't control what the other team does, but you can control what you do, and you should just play hockey. And when we start to get into this pattern of penalties and penalties and penalties, it takes away from our game significantly, and it's unfortunate.
Coach Olson calling a timeout. 39 seconds left in regulation. Conard will more than likely host a game next week in the CCCs. And then the week after that, state start. Big congratulations to the Hall Conard girls for winning their CCCs 2-1 in overtime. Glastonbury will send out Harrison Scherer, Josh Sandler, Ryan Jennings, Kyle Giannetti, and Dominic Calciano. Big face-off here for Conard. They've got to pull something off, shorthanded. Glastonbury has it. They're just going to skate with it. Giannetti at a point, trying to kill some time.
Not really smart by Glastonbury, making a smart play.
Nice smart move by Giannetti to kill some time. Dylan Smith battling behind the boards with Harrison Schur. He's battling. Now Sandler has it. We know they've connected. Far post, Calciano. Tip into Jennings. Nice puck movement.
Really pretty.
Sandler has really created a lot of stuff for Glastonbury today, and another pretty pass to make it a 4-2 game with 14 seconds left. Puck is drawn, goes into the Conard zone. Conard will flip it up. 10 seconds left. McGoldrick has it, wrist it, blocked by a Glastonbury player. Dylan Smith has it and just flips it over. And Glastonbury will be victorious 4-2 to end their regular season. Nice game played by Sandler for Glastonbury, but a great effort and a great season by the Conard Red Wolves, who moved up to Division II this year and will play in states and are top leaders in their CCCs. Russ, anything to say on the game or the season?
You know, the season's been amazing. You know, the kids have done a great job. Chase Emery stepped up huge in the net. You know, we're going to win some, we're going to lose some. It's just unfortunate that, you know, it's little things, right? It's not letting the emotions affect how you play hockey. It's not letting the calls affect how you play the game of hockey. Conard is a much better hockey team than they showed tonight. And I'm confident that they will be in the CCCs as well as in the semis and in the state playoffs. But you know, they have to. They're young men. They have to learn that, you know, controlling your emotions and focusing on the things you can control are far more important to your game than the things that you can't control, which are the refs and the other team and what they do. So tonight is a perfect example. They played into some of the refs let a little things go. Things got a little out of hand. We played into that emotion, got a lot of penalties, and we suffered as a result of that. So, but at the end of the day, you know, congratulations to Glastonbury. They played a good game. They skated hard tonight. They took away time and space, and that makes it hard. It's hard to play against a team that's working hard and skating and taking away your time and space, even if they're not as skilled as you and not as good as you or just equally as good as you. So we'll have some more hockey to play next week, I'm sure.
Yep, and we'll be at a game. I'm Rob. I'm with Russ. We're Russ and Rob, and we'll see you either at a state game or CCCs. Have a good night, everyone.